The Mercedes 540K, one of the most evocative and classic cars of the 30s. Probably one of the technical marvels as far as compressor cars are concerned. Beautiful lines, strong engine, and always considered the car of film stars and industrial moguls. It certainly is a beauty. And Revell did a kit of it in 124. Now what that is all about, we're going to have a look at right now. Hello and welcome at Model Kit Beginner. I'm glad you guys are here, you guys could make it, and we're going to have a look, as we just said, at the Mercedes 540K Cabriolet A. Here it is, and we're certainly going to have a look at it a little bit closer. I got this kit secondhand from a friend, and who knows that I like the 30s car. Well, I like most classical cars from brass area all the way up to early 70s really. I'm into it, and sometimes even later. I certainly can consider other modern supercars as well. Now, but this Mercedes 540K was the supercar of its time. It certainly was very expensive. Nobody could really afford it but the richest of the rich. And it was always looked at with wonder. It was 180 horsepower, which was a lot for a European car of the time. It was a 5.4 litre engine, and it had a compressor. Now, before we have a look at what's in this particular flimsy Revell box, I thought we're going to have a quick look at the history of the kit, because that's also quite interesting. So I'll meet you on scale mates. So here we are with the Mercedes-Benz 540K Cabriolet A. Have a look at scale mates. It's a set 124 kit, and you can see it's a 07001 is the serial number. This is a 2011 rebox because it has a rich history. And as you can see here, it was originally a monogram kit, and it came out in 1963. So this, the origins of this kit, a year older than me. Right, and went all the way through to 1982, and then obviously we all know monogram was taken over by Revell, and then Revell took out the kits. The box looked all very similar to 2002, and then eventually the 2011 box, which we're having a look at right now. Now, I'm always like to look at the first box arts, and there we go. That was the original monogram kit. And isn't that fantastic? Half-inch scale, as they still said in those days. And gives you all the details, what it is. It has even a removable hood and wide-wall tires. 2 bucket and 1 jump seat. Simulated upholstery. I kid you not. Yeah, it's a luxury kit. Yeah, and then 1 year later it came out with a new Tiger X100 high-speed motor for a realistic slot racer as a Mercedes 540K. Interesting slot racer in 124, and with a different engine. Obviously the purist not liking this. This obviously is my favorite box art. Really love it, with the traditional, and I say that in quotation marks, German town background. You know, there's the medieval houses. Yeah, beautiful. But we're having a look at this one here. This is the one which I have. This is the one which I got, and I would suggest we go down to the bench and have a look what's in that box. I'll see you there. So here we are with the Mercedes 540K Cabriolet A. See the box a little bit battered. As I said, it's got it second-hand. Plastic kit. It's 21.3 centimeters, and here it says 125 years of automobile, and it is a Albert Schneider artwork. Here you have a little bit more about the car itself, a bit of a color call out, and a couple of photos how you can build it. On this side, more about the Mercedes 540K in all kinds of languages. At the back, just a bit of Revell marketing. Right. Now this is one of the famous, should I say infamous, Revell boxes around Europe. We love those. Not. Anyway, there it is. Everything is out. So we have instruction sheet. There's a safety pamphlet. We don't need that. Not safe. There seem to be a couple of small parts which are already falling out here. Seems to be decals. We put those to one side. Tires, those to one side. Quite a few parts. We put those to one side as well. And there's some transparent parts. Yes, there are as well. All right. So let's have a look at the instruction sheet. It is a A4 and it is quite yellowed already. So you can see it is not new. It is in the style of the kind of 90s kits of Revell. There again, more about car and Mercedes. Here, how to build a model and a legend of all designs. Here, the famous Revell color call-out. Right over here. Here we have all the parts, so you can check that everything is in the box. And then they start right up with the engine. Put that together. The 5.4 liter, 180 horsepower monster. Then interior, dashboard right over here, where decals go, color call-outs everywhere. The seats and the emergency seat right over there. Then the windows right over here. So these are all small step-by-step instructions. Here, how to glue your body together. Very nicely. Suspension right over here. Here you go. Pretty cool. Then when to put the engine into the body. Exhaust right over here. Here you get an idea how to work the hood. Then the horn right over here. Lights. Then obviously the legendary radiator front cover. And here we go. Here the engine. And it says you glue the HUD in. That's interesting. How are you going to see the engine when you... Yeah, we'll see when we get to it. Then the bumpers right over here. Front and rear bumpers. Pretty cool. Couple of decals again. Not that many actually. So then the rear light. Those days, well, there were actually two. Here we go. And a reverse light. Then we have mirrors right over here. Wheels. Here you go, wheel construction, wheel assembly, how to get the wheels to the body, and then if you want to put a roof on, you can do that, or if you want to have it as a Cabrio, right over there. And then here is the rest of the decals, not that many to be honest. And that is about it. So that was the instruction sheet. Have a quick look at the decal sheet, which I mentioned so many times. Well, not that much on there. Here you go, you got mirrors right over here, you got the D for Deutschland, you got a couple of instrument panel decals, which is very nice, and you have the registration plate. Here you go. That's what that is about. Then tires. Let's open this up quickly and get a tire out of here. What is interesting, it is not on a sprue, so that's pretty cool. So here are the tires. They are not branded. I would assume they were Continental at the time. Here you go. They have obviously poly tires, so that should be pretty accurate right over here. Here you go. And then obviously they have these recesses in here to put the white plastic in here for the white wall tires. They are not soft, not hard. Not sure if you would get them over your rim. Probably have to build the rim around it. Right, that's the tire. Then we have a chrome tree, which is considerable. Let's have a look at that. Here we go. So we have the wheels right over here. We have, see, there was no chrome in those days. It was all nickel, German silver as they called it. There is the gearbox out of chrome, oil pan out of chrome. Yeah, I don't think so. I think there's a major de-chroming exercise which needs to be going on for some of the parts. The chrome itself is not thick, it's not ugly. Obviously the connection points sometimes, like here on the bumper, it's always a bit of a bummer, isn't it? Yeah, but we will see what we can do about that. Probably needs to be, the entire dashboard is plated. I don't think so. So yeah, we will probably need to look up a couple of photos on the internet to find out what the real colors were, because the chroming has been done quite liberally, and I don't think everything which is chromed on this is really chromed. Here you have the radiator cover, which actually doesn't look bad, so a bit of weathering, that actually should come out very nice. Right, chrome, done. Then we have a big bag of parts right over here, so let's have a look at that, shall we? And this big bag has a couple of smaller bags. Let's have a look at the transparent parts first. Why not? Well packed. Right. Here we go. So here we have the windows. You get out of the way so this can focus. I have the window parts, front lights, back lights, all quite a bit of flash on there. So the age of the kit certainly showing here. Let's fold this all back together. Here we go. Then we have a couple of black plastic parts. Let's have a look at that. Ooh. So here we have front suspension all in one. As you can see, we have the firewall, we have engine halves right over here. We have the exhaust, more exhaust, and these two parts. Looks like could be the carpet and the interior, who knows. But yeah, so that actually looks relatively clean. So bit of cleaning up and you should be fine with that. Another black one is the interior. Now that has a carpet. So, and we have springs, suspension parts, rear suspension right over here. We have the inside of the radiator grill right over here. We have the frame, which is right over here and is actually molded all right. I wouldn't say it's pristine, but all right, not too bad. Couple of stuff is molded in, like the rear bumper, for example. Not a fan of that, but yeah, let's not forget 1963, the first time this kit was actually published. Then we have a white sprue right over here. This white sprue has a couple of seats. It has the emergency seat and two front seats. It has the tonneau cover, or you can put the roof up as you want. I would suggest these are the white walls right over here, and this is another cover right over there. So these are different covers, and here's the number plate, which interestingly enough is kind of 3D'd. It comes out a little bit, and here's the D sign as well. Now this sprue has quite a bit of flash on it, so cleaning up is certainly required. And then last, but certainly not least, let's have a look at this particular bag. Put together quite interestingly. Here we go. Really? Right, and the last sprue is over here together with the body. We'll have a look at that right now. Right, so here we have the sides of the engine cover. We have some other side parts right over here. We have the hood. We have the dashboard right over here. We have another part of the 3D registration plate, steering wheel, and some other body parts right over there. Not too bad, not too bad. Once again, a bit of flesh here and there, so cleaning up is certainly required. And then, once I get this in here, we have a look at the body, which is right over here, hinges molded in. That certainly looks like a lot of cleaning up is to be done, especially these kind of places. Here, right over here, that will take you a little bit to make sure that everything is cleaned up properly. Here we go, we have the D's on here, we have the cover. That probably realistic gap right over here, but it's quite thin, so you might consider maybe making it a little bit more prominent, otherwise you might paint it closed. Yeah, quite a bit of tender loving care necessary to make this ready for primer. It's about a bit of cleaning, but gee, look at the classic form. It's beautiful, it really is. Right, and there's stabilizers in here as well, so that's very nice, so it doesn't break in shipping. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is the bench part. And we will go back upstairs and I'll give you my final thoughts. And here we are, back upstairs. Got everything back into the box, which I might tell you is a lot easier said than done, but it's in there. And we'll certainly put that to one side until we get to build this. It's not a complicated kit as such. It is an elderly kit. There will be some fitment issues, and there certainly is a bit of cleaning up to do. But if you like the Mercedes 540K, and if you keep in mind that this kit originally was designed and came out in 1963, so that's what, 61 years ago, then you actually find it is not a bad kit, and I don't think it's a bad kit. And where you're going to find another Mercedes-Benz 540K? Yeah, nowhere. So we are quite happy with this kit, but you saw it now yourself, so obviously you can decide for yourself if that is a kit for you, and if that is a model or a car you are particularly interested in. Well, it was great to be with you guys today. Hope you guys have a wonderful week further, and greetings from Cape Town. Cheers.